Hello students, welcome to the series of practice interview questions on OOP, Object Oriented Programming. This is the question of this series. What is the difference between SOP, Structure Oriented Programming, and Object Oriented Programming? This question is frequently asked by many interviewers, and other similar questions also asked like difference between procedural oriented programming and object oriented programming. Now we will see how to give answer of this question. Structured oriented programming is also known as procedural oriented programming paradigm, which uses mainly procedure and functions. SOP uses top-down approach for defining top-down approach. Let's see. In top-down approach, main is defined on the top, then number of functions are defined below the top. Whenever main want to access any of these functions, control move from top to down for calling every function. This approach is called top-down approach. SOP mainly focus on function and procedures. Mostly function and procedures use and manipulate global data that are shareable by all functions, which compromise the security of the data. SOP is suitable only for small problems. Languages like C, Pascal, COBOL uses SOP. Now, what is OOP? Object-oriented programming is a paradigm that mainly work with data, or you can say objects. Languages like C++, Java, Python uses OOP approach. In OOP, everything is worked around objects because object is a real world entity. OOP uses bottom up approach. Let's see what is bottom up approach. In OOP bottom up approach, classes are defined on the top firstly, then we have class 1, class 2, then the main function is defined below the classes. Whenever main want to call any class and create an object, control move from bottom to up for every class. This approach is called bottom up approach because of whenever main want to create an object of a class, then control move from bottom to up. This is called bottom up approach. Now OOP mainly focus on data. In OOP, objects communicate with each other to make work easy. OOP is work well for larger and complex problems. Now, these are the key differences between SOP and OOP. You have to focus on these keys for answering this question. First is focus. SOP focus on procedures. Procedure means breaking down the task into sequential steps, while OOP focus on objects. Objects are entities with attributes and methods. Next is organization. SOP uses modules and functions. SOP uses module and functions that perform specific actions, while OOP uses classes for code organization, which are the blueprint for creating the objects. Next is data handling. In SOP, data is passed between procedures, means there is no data security. While in OOP, data is encapsulated within the objects, means data is secured and can only be accessed by method of the object. Next, fourth key difference is suitability. What is suitability? SOP is suitable for simple and linear tasks or problems where code is flexible is mostly required. Flexibility of code is mostly required. In OOP, data is encapsulated within the object, and that means data is secured and can only be accessed by the method of object. We can call methods of the object for uses of the classes. Then languages like C, Pascal, COBOL uses the SOP approach, while Java uses C++, Python like languages uses the POP. This is the answer of our question. Now we are moving to our next question, that is, what is the definition of object oriented programming, OOP, and what are the benefits of using OOP? For give this question, you have to follow these simple steps like object oriented programming is a paradigm that is based on objects. Object contain both data and action which perform on the data. Objects contain data in the form of field or attributes and actions in the form of methods. Now, these are the 6 features. These are also called the pillar to support the object-oriented programming. These features are like objects, classes, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Now, if we talk about object, what is object? Object is a real-world entity that includes data and action. For example, a person object have name and age and walk and drive as methods. Means a person object can have name and age as its attributes and walk and drive as its methods. As class, what is class? Class is a blueprint for creating the objects. A person class define the common attributes and behavior for all person objects, meaning all person objects share the common features of the person class. Now, what is data encapsulation? Encapsulation means the wrapping of data and method into one unit. It uses the access specifiers like private, protected, public to make control and give access of data via method to the outside of the particular unit. Okay? Now, inheritance. What is inheritance? It allows create new classes by inheriting predefined parent classes to promote code reusability. Like interfaces are predefined and we can inherit and use them to our user defined classes. Okay. Next is polymorphism feature. What is polymorphism? One name, multiple use, or you can say multiple forms. In this one interface use different purpose. For example, we can use one login window to access multiple dashboards with the different roles. Like we create a login control, and for the different like admin role, if admin login via the login control, then it open a different dashboard. For user, it create open a different dashboard. Then for a single login window, you can redirect to different login dashboard windows. Okay. Now, next is abstraction. What is abstraction? Showing the main feature without showing the background detail is called abstraction. It hides the complex implementation details that are no use for the end users. Now, we will move to the benefits of using OOP. There are number of benefits of using OOP. Those are modularity, reusability, maintainability, scalability and security. First, but if interviewer are expecting more from you, you can give some brief of these features. Like what is modularity? Modularity refers to dividing a system into modules as classes and objects that perform specific functionalities, making them easier to understand and maintain. If we take about an example, like in ride booking app, we have to divide the system into user modules to maintain customer information, driver module to maintain driver and vehicle information, and ride module to connect user module and driver module to generate or calculate the fare. Okay, this is the example of modularity. Next, what is reusability? As we already discussed in inheritance, promote reusability feature. Like objects and classes can be reused anywhere in the program or projects to save time and effort. Next is maintainability. By OOP, modular structure, it is easy to update and modify the part of a system without affecting the other part of the system. Next, benefit is scalability. What is scalability? Scalability means building efficient system that allow for easy expansion of system without affecting the overall architecture. Like it means our system can accessed by one user or 5,000 user, or you can say 10,000 users without problem, meaning it can scale any number of users. We can use one more example, like if we are building an online payment system that initially supports only card payments like debit card or credit card, but later you want to scale it to a support UPI, net banking or any other payment system without rewriting the whole system. Okay. Now last is security. In security, OOP principles like encapsulation and abstraction can help to protect data and prevent unauthorized access, leading to more secure application. By this, you can prepare your answer for this question. Thank you.